Alright, so today we have a Parker Hale 1853 Enfield. This is an original, right there, Birmingham, England. So it has the progressive depth rifling, the cartouche on the stock, Parker Hale. So I've been wanting one of these for a long time, as it has the original progressive depth rifling. And this is about as close to an original as we can get before buying an original. So we're going to be using some Pritchetts I made. I know, that doesn't look like a Pritchett, at least not the ones most of you have probably seen. So I like to be a little economical. This is a pretty simple well, like 3-stage Pritchett. It's your tube around the bullet, then I put another little thin paper tube just like this. I made the same paper for the powder storage. I fold it, glue it, and I put the tape there just as a, this one's a test. Okay, only like 10 of these are gonna have the tape on them. But let's do this. Oh. There we go. Powder, this, I don't know. This might be Graf's & Sons. I'm not too sure. Pour it. Here we go. These do have plugs in it. This is the Old West Bullet Molds Pritchett. Ooh. Yeah, nice and easy. So this is my first time really shooting a Pritchett. I mean, there were those other ones I made, but those were like retarded. So we're not gonna count those. We have Johnny Reb down there. We're not shooting at him at the moment. Just fouling shots. Whew, that kicked. That kicked. And these are on 70 grains of powder too. So I don't know if this ramrod's an original. It seems very tight. And we'll get to accuracy here in a second. The sun's out, so that's kind of a fucking bitch. Alright. Smoky. Alright, so let's start off. First things first, we got our fouling shots done. Now we need our cartridge. Let's figure out. So we got some packed up here. Let's figure out what we're shooting at this moment in time, huh? So we can get it out. Okay, this is Schutzen. I just made these today, so we're not going to shoot them just yet. We're going to put these to the side, let them dry, because the glue on those is still fresh. So let's see what we got here. Graf's & Sons. All right. We're going to switch to these. Get them nice and unpackaged. Want to make sure all our things are closed. If we drop something, to go pick it up. Okay, a little dirty, still big whoop. Alright. So Graf's & Sons, 70 grains. We're going to aim on our Confederate soldier at his belt buckle, because I do not know where these are going to hit. I mean, they look like they're pretty dead on. So. Much easier than the ones I had previously made. And these do have clay-fired plugs in them. I did produce those. So like I said, this is the Old West Bullet Molds 560 Pritchett on with the NOE 56, I don't even know what it was, 568 bullet plugs, or whatever it was. Anywho. So they fit pretty well. Now I'm going to get you guys kind of zoomed in here on the shooting platform. Alright. Pay your attention to the other camera now. We're aiming for the Confederate soldier. Belt buckle. It just rained the other day, so that's why the smoke's really sticking in the air. Oh, yeah. This shit's hard. The sun's glaring pretty fucking bad off that front sight. I gotta drain this water out. Alright. Number 2. You guys want a tutorial on how to make these? Pretty quick. Well, quick is a relative term, but how to basically, you can skip a lot of steps when it comes to making these. That smoke is just hanging in the air, and it's getting humid out too with this midday sun. It's about noon. I got no work right now. Just, oh man, I don't even want to get into it. Let's see, I made 8 of those, so typically I really don't want to do this, but it's so hard to see that belt buckle. I'm just going to go see where these are hitting, and then if they're hitting in the rough area, we're going to switch to the upper one. Alright, so we can shoot at the chest. We had one flyer, but one almost hit basically dead center, so let's load up another one. I know that's kind of annoying for me to go do that, but thankfully you guys don't have to watch that. Nice amount of lube getting melted onto the bore. Using I think it was 60% beeswax, 40% Crisco unsalted lard.
So on this next shot, what's going to happen is basically, just from watching this recording,
I don't recommend it, but I know some people do that.
I have no clue what happened, but it just destabilized completely and went flying into nowhere. It was really close. You can see it in like a quarter split second. Just
way over.
So, you know.
I didn't even hear it hit anything.
Just a classic muzzle loading mystery. Anyway.
These come out to about a 5.70 after the paper. Ooh, this one's not one. There we go. These are my first real attempts at making these, so yeah, it's coming unfolded. Not good. I don't want to skin the paper. One of these I put like way too much stuff on because I was trying to figure out the depth for the lube. I don't know. It's my first time. Thankfully, I'll have the camera footage. fucking humid. I'm actually sweating. I'm not hot, but I am sweating. This barrel's getting hot. And that Euro arms we were shooting on the channel, that Parker Hale Euro arms, man, that gun's like a pound or 2 pounds heavier than this fucking thing. Alright, one more. We'll go check our group. Fuck, that's hot. Very hot. Fuck. I can't even touch the barrel. Virtually no fouling, it appears. So that's good. Get complete burns, because that plug is almost instantaneously sealing the barrel. So we get like complete powder burn, very little fouling escaping. Alright, let's go look. I gotta let that fucking barrel cool off. Fuck, it's hot. Alright, so this is our first 2 shots right here. So one hit the belt buckle, another one here right off the side of the cartridge box. But the rest of our shots hit kind of the general area. Not a great group, but you know, I'd say for what we could expect from an Enfield Pritchett based off military spec, I'd say honestly this is probably about what you'd expect. One here in this hole, 2, 3, 4. That might have been 2 of them. Yeah. I'm not seeing anywhere else. Oh, maybe down here on the foot, so that could have been one of them. Not great. If we just count this group, that's about as much as you could expect, really, for military specs. Oh, wait, we got here on the arm. I don't know if that's fresh, though. I feel like I would have seen that. You know, I don't know. Not a great group. That's really about it.
Alright, I just want to point out something. So if you look right next to that first target on the belt buckle, you see that little white mark next to it? I believe the clay plug flew out alongside with it. Because if you look at that first shot and you look really close, you can see a white dot trail right behind the bullet. So in another muzzle loading mystery, the clay plug escaped the bullet. I don't know how. It's beyond me, but I just wanted to point that out. I thought it was pretty neat. Alright.
Alright, he's back from triage. We got him set up. That group wasn't great, but honestly, it's about as much as I expected from this round. Next one, Pyrodex 2F. These ones are a little different. I folded them in. So they look like that. Oh, that barrel's hot. Yeah. You say good enough gunner, isn't that gonna fuck up the accuracy? No, not in my experience at least. Whoa, mosquitoes. We're just out here to shoot. I know these videos don't get a lot of views, but there's really just nothing on the market I really care about. There's nothing cool at all. Nothing I give a fuck about. Alright, I can actually see the belt buckle now. I pulled that. At least I feel like I did. That smells weird. It smells like bacon. I'm aiming for the belt buckle, by the way. It's easier to see. The angle just leads to less reflection. Cook a little 40 grains of 777, huh? So if you guys want a video on just the quickest way to make these, I'll be happy to show you. These are not historically accurate, but they're close enough for shooting purposes. I'm not a fan of that. Just spilled a shit ton of powder. Not a fan of that method. That one missed. Oh, sweat's starting to get into my eyes. It's hot. I don't know the temperature, and fuck's sake. Not a big fan of tearing with my teeth, but you know, sometimes got no choice. Oh, that was a good smack. Alright, last one. Our 2F Pyrodex. Oh, I gotta go grab a rag. But we'll shoot this first, because then it'll just be easier to cut. Oh, I cannot see. There's so much sweat pouring from my eyes. Alright, I gotta fucking wash. I gotta get something to get my eyes. Alright, so let's look. So this looks better. Not substantially better, but a little better. Let's examine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it sounds like 2 of them went somewhere. Otherwise, I'm not seeing them. Any of them hit low? No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I just counted 7. I guess not. Alright, because we're aiming here. And that's where we're hitting. So probably some stuff sticking to the paper, more than likely, is what's happening. These are my first go around with these. So I'm sure in time I'll figure it out. Probably way too much lard or fat in my lube. Overall better. That's better. It's an improvement. Not substantially, but that's also okay for what these are. All right, time to go to 3F Pyrodex. All right, 3F Pyrodex. Once again, I use Pyrodex because it is simply efficient. It's available damn near everywhere. So, yeah. Really no reason not to, other than just being silly. Being a silly Billy. Guess what? Black powder ain't everywhere. And you gotta order it. These come out to a pretty tight squeeze. This is a 5.77. These come out to like 5.70 or 5.73, just depending on how I rolled it. Overall, that previous group of the 2F better than the Graph. This Graph seems to be pretty shit powder, honestly. It's a goddamn shame I bought so much of it. This ramrod's hard to get out. Fouling seems like non-existent. If you guys want a video, like I said, let me know and I'll show you real fucking quick how to make these. Like a real quick, simple one. Like what I'm doing here, where it's not a bunch of fucking components. Okay, if you want something to shoot fast with that Pritchett style, this is that. Quick paper patching. Yeah, not all of these are going to be perfect, though. That becomes apparent. Oh, fuck. Fucking ramrod's hard. It's like too big. I don't know if this is an original or what. That one might have came off the page. Barrel's so hot that there's a huge amount of haze coming off it. Honestly, depending on how this goes, I might have to start buying finer powders. Last one. Yep. Alright, let's go look. These weren't the best shots, but yeah. Alright, so out of all of them, this was, it appears the best. The 3F Pyrodex, we have all our hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did one miss? Hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, guess that's well the best so far anyway. Even with a flyer. So honestly, we might have to start switching to finer powders because it seems like we get much better results that way. I'm looking, I don't see where this other bullet could have went. Yeah, I got no clue where it went. Flyer. Off into space. You know, it might have hit that plate. It sounded like it hit a plate. It might have hit something. I don't know what, but all right. Overall, that was pretty decent. Not great though. So just decided to look in the ground real quick, and we got some nice separations on the paper. So I know they're coming out. You can see the rifling marks right there. Anyway, time for shooting. I gotta check that camera. So it seems almost ironically, or maybe not, that our non-pistol or non-rifle powder, non-rifle designated powder is the best one. Anywho, let's get the load. Shoots in 2 left. Oh, I need to sand down this ramrod or something. No fouling. I mean, it's so clean. You know, and that's amazing, really. Overall, though, that was our best group of the day. You know, even though all these groups are kind of dog shit, this was the best one. So. I might have pulled that. Ooh. I'm surprised the paper didn't come off. That was really stupid what I just did. Don't ever do that. This barrel's hot. I know I keep saying that, but it's getting hot. You know, I start so jubilant towards the beginning, and then it just, as it goes on, it's always just so fucking disgusting out when I want to shoot. Fucking mustache hair. So this shoots and powder is definitely the filthiest out of all of them, it seems like, because there's actual fouling starting to happen. I can feel it. Alright, our last shot. No, it's actually not. Never mind. Yep, paper came off on that one. That's not good. That's the first time paper's come off. Yep. If you're wondering why I'm blowing into it, just to help kind of the fouling. Nope, this one's Pyrodex. So I guess somewhere along the line I swapped them on accident. Well, this one's not going to count, I guess. This is our last one. Hopefully they'll clean out all that fouling. This one also took the paper out. No, it didn't. Huh. I don't know. Felt weird. But it's our last shot. I'm going to aim for our circle target. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I missed. Alright. We're out. Yep, we're out. I'm going to take this shit off. We're going to go down there, look, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Alright, so we actually... This is the best one, despite the fouling at the end, which was really fucking shit up, and also despite the fact that one of them came off the paper. We have all 8 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we hit Johnny Reb total of 8 times. Some of them more fatal than others. Most of them fatal. So, you know, surprising, but overall very respectable group. Shoots and really does prove itself. I'm sure there's other ways I can really improve my making of these cartridges. I'm sure I can switch the paper, but you know, Satisfactory. This is satisfactory for what I was really looking for. There's definitely some serious potential here with these. I just have to keep developing it, kind of figuring it out. All right, so we shot it. We shot all our rounds, and well, not great, but also about what I expected from this gun for the load I have for it. 70 grains on its original bullet in its original or near original configuration of a .560 with a clay fired plug, paper patch to about a 5.570. Not great, but also not terrible, about what I could expect for military accuracy for these guns. I was really hoping for something better, like 4 7-inch groups, but that will have to suffice. To talk about our powders, the Graphs and Sons almost seems damn near worthless. So far in all my shooting and all my testing with it, it seems like a junk fucking powder. Even though it shoots in, it's clearly some sort of reject powder that did not meet some sort of spec, because it really just does not live up to the power or the accuracy gained by Schutzen. And even though the accuracy gained by Schutzen really isn't significant, it's very noticeable. You know. And then to our Pyrodex, honestly, the Pyrodex really isn't terrible. That 3F really does perform well, it seems. In our Springfield, I ought to try to my Euro arms. And then towards the end there, though, with that shoots, and the fouling actually started to build up, which was surprising. Comparative, you know, this is 30, that would have been 34, 8, let's see, 8, 16, 24, 32, 34 rounds, because our 2 fouling shots at the beginning. So 34 round totals, and right in the last couple, we start getting fouling, you know, and the paper comes off one of them. I mean, that's going to have some outcome, but even with the paper coming off on those shoots ends, everything remains on target. So that's good. And some, you know, and we're getting paper separation, but I believe, at least on a couple of them, the paper probably stuck and sent flyers off, especially with that 3F. Because 7 of 8, and this one's 8 of 8, you know. And then regarding the other 2 powders, the 2F and the graphs, very subpar, not great. Overall, eh. And this is all the testing we're going to do with this gun. I mean, I'll bring it out more in the future or something, but that'd be about it. I just wanted to see the Pritchetts. I'd finally gotten around to making them and really using them. Unlike our previous designs that did not go as well, these actually functioned quite similar to the originals, though I did not procure them in the manner in which they would have been originally, as the folds and the duct tape. That's just too much extra shit. I'm not doing that. If I gotta break these open and shoot them, you know, I'm gonna look for half-assed ways to do it, and that honestly works pretty well, my half-assed way to do it. So I'll continue to probably do it that way, and with experience and time, these will get a lot more better, and you know, they'll be a little better made. The qualities will go up a bit. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Any comments, questions? If you want to see how I make those cartridges, just in the cheapest way possible. It's literally 2 sheets of paper, and then you're done. Just let me know. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Go fuck yourselves. Bang. It's hot as a motherfucker out here. I don't want to be out here any longer. Parker Hale. PH. That. Cartouche. Let's see, where is it? Right there. Birmingham, England. So this progressive depth rifling barrel. Anyway, alright, go fuck yourselves.